Welcome back to Rocket School. JT here. In the last video, we learned about hardware requirements and installed Ubuntu. The assumptions at this point are that Ubuntu has been installed, the Ubuntu welcome guide has been completed, an admin user has been created and is now ready to rocket to the next step. As always, copy and paste the commands from right below this video. And let's get started. Now it's time to secure our node with SSH. By definition, SSH, also known as Secure Shell or Secure Socket Shell, is a network protocol that gives users, particularly system administrators, a secure way to access computers over an unsecured network. Let's first log into our node with the node user that we've created. Enter your password and proceed to the Ubuntu desktop. Now it's time to open a terminal from the Start menu labeled Show Applications in the lower left-hand corner of the desktop, and then click on the terminal icon. As a best practice, it is a good idea to fetch software updates before installing new software. Learn to do this and make it routine. In the terminal, type the command sudo apt update and hit enter. You will be asked for your password because the word sudo allows you to do certain administrator things that you can't do otherwise, like installing software. But only if you give the password for an admin account, such as your current one. Type it in and hit enter. Let Ubuntu fetch the packages. To begin this process, we can do a nice command which will not only fetch, but install. Simply type sudo apt upgrade and hit enter. Do you want to continue? Yes, of course. While this updates, let's go ahead and open up a sparkling water and relax for a bit. So now that we have everything updated, let's install the OpenSSH server. This is a piece of software that will allow you to securely log into your node machine from a remote computer. Most people like to put their node somewhere out of the way, like in a closet or up on a shelf, and without any peripherals attached to it like a monitor or keyboard. This is called running headless. And it's very convenient, but requires you to log in remotely. After all of our software packages have been upgraded, type the following command into the terminal app and then hit enter. Sudo apt install OpenSSH-server. A description of packages to be installed appears. Type Y to continue. Now that it is installed, we want to start running it and make sure it always runs whenever the computer is restarted. We can do that with the commands sudo systemctl start SSH and sudo systemctl enable SSH. Let's check the installation using the command sudo systemctl status SSH. And now you can see it is loaded and running. So we now have SSH server set up. You will need to know what the IP address is for the node. We now need a very important number. Use the following command. Note the capital I here. Type in hostname-i. Go ahead and write down this IP address all the way up until the first space, as you'll need this later. You don't need the long series of numbers and letters separated by colons after that. Now that SSH is installed, you can technically log out and disconnect from the node machine, including unplugging your keyboard and mouse, and then simply connect again using your client machine. Park your node anywhere you see fit at this point, as long as it stays on the same network as your client computer, which you will use from here on out. And with that, let's head out to recess, take a little bit of a break here, and then we'll be ready for you to come back in for the next video. On behalf of Rocket School, my name is JT.